So I'm just gonna let you know now before we even get too far into this video, this is gonna be an extremely disrespectful video today. To one group. The cancer that is killing the car scene, car culture, all of it, single-handedly. We're talking about these stupid takeover kids. You Neanderthals with a car note that, let's be honest, most of you can't afford, have single-handedly destroyed the car scene. And what do I mean by that? Everybody now is being grouped in because we have performance cars with you idiots. Because of you single IQ individuals, we have all been grouped together now. A street takeover is now defined in legislation as any organized event that uses motor vehicles to block a public street, road, or highway for the performance of a motor vehicle stunt, contest, or exhibition. You dummies out here doing donuts in the middle of crowded streets, shutting down traffic patterns, blocking emergency vehicles, firing off fireworks, shooting at each other. Well, I don't even know where to start to wonder what you're thinking. But we can say thank you for some new laws, especially here in Texas. Now, why are these new laws coming about? Here, let's put up a couple headlines.
Sometimes what you see on TV or in social media is maybe sensationalized. You see some young kids doing donuts in the middle of the street, and you forget that at the other end of that, oftentimes, lives are lost. Right here in Fort Worth, we lost a wonderful young couple who had 3 children. Ben and Meg Arbor were lost right here in Fort Worth.
You see what I mean? So let me get this right. You morons that can't read past an 8th grade level are out here tearing up used tires and at the same time thinking it's a good idea to kill people. What? You're gonna bring back public hangings, like use your brain. Now, that couple was lost 2 years ago. However, if you rewind just a couple seconds here, the headlines that I just showed, shooting here, shooting there, outside of this, LA, Miami, Charlotte, was in the last 2 days. Did that tell you how bad the problem has gotten? When you do something this stupid, obviously you're gonna get a law enforcement response. And that law enforcement response, at least here in Texas, is 2 new bills. We're gonna go through those bills now, and then we're gonna hear from the government and some of the local law enforcement. Because it's a lot bigger than you think it is. It's gonna affect everybody that's on YouTube, any of the social media platforms. What you guys don't realize is the second that you put a video on any of those platforms, they no longer belong to you. They are now possibly used as evidence. They can be subpoenaed. Like, man, kids these days. I never thought I would say that at 32 years old, but kids these days. All right, so the first one, House Bill 1442, provides law enforcement and prosecutors additional tools to go after organized street racing and street takeovers in Texas and elicit more substantial consequences for the perpetrators of these crimes. If you get caught now doing a takeover, doing an exhibition of speed, reckless driving, hell, you're out with your draggy doing a pull trying to get your best 60-130 time, you are subject to these laws now. These laws were initially written to stop takeovers. However, now we are all bunched together. We all have to deal with the exact same consequences because of these idiots. I want everybody to understand the implications it's gonna have not only on YouTube, on all the social media platforms, on the car scene as a whole. Meets are gonna get shut down more. If you're even thought of having a race car that's something that's not street legal, which is a very broad term here in Texas, you're gonna get pulled over, you're gonna get questioned, and if they can implicate you in anything, if you have a camera, like, they can implicate you and try to take your vehicle just based off of that. I don't think you guys understand this. If you don't believe me, go ask Kevin Van Voris. You're also gonna hear in a minute from one of the men themselves, this can go back as far as 3 years. Great job. And then the next bill. House Bill 2899 allows immediate removal of vehicles used in street racing or reckless driving exhibition from the road for the safety of other drivers. The bill removes the current requirement that a vehicle be impounded only if there was property damage or someone suffered bodily injury, and instead allows impounding if the owner is charged with racing on a highway or reckless driving exhibition. Cash days, done. 1320, done. Texas 2K is here. Next year, 6 months, Texas 2K will be right here in Dallas. If you don't think this place ain't gonna be crawling with cops, I understand down in Houston, I went to it many times. There were cops everywhere. Up here now, get caught. Go ahead. Your car's gone. Your license is probably gone. You can face up to a year in jail for the first offense. So again, Takeover retards, thank you. Thanks a lot.
The crackdown on illegal street racing and illegal street takeovers is now law. Under these laws, law enforcement now have the authority to seize vehicles and contraband used in the commission of these crimes.
The governor.
All right, there you go. You heard it from Hot Wheels himself. These new laws that go into effect on September 1st give police full permission to take your car, to take any contraband. That could be, I don't know, cameras, recording equipment, flyers, anything that can implicate you. I don't think people are grasping quite how serious this actually could be.
Come September 1st, if you facilitate, if you cooperate, if you take video of it, if you upload videos of it, you're culpable of a crime come September 1st. And make no mistake about it, the statute of limitations is 3 years. We got plenty of time to find you, and we will find you.
And then you got the director of DPS right there saying, recording it, being involved in it, spectating it, doing anything with it, they have up to 3 years to gather evidence on you, subpoena it, arrest you, indict you, and in that time period, you could be in prison. Like, this is kind of the end of automotive YouTube as far as like people out here showing what their cars can do. And what's really like kind of a kick to all of this is we have tracks closing. So anybody who has performance vehicles, that's what their channel is based off of. You only have a few avenues left in Texas. Drag strips are closing, tracks are closing, people are stealing timing equipment. You have no avenue now to go out and use that aggressive vehicle. For those of you who believe that Mexico excuse, oh, we're out street racing in Mexico, nobody's gonna believe that. That's not gonna stand up in court. Like, while it sounds cool, it sounds funny all over social media, anybody who can locate a landmark, a street sign, anything that implicates you being in one state, it can still be used against you. Common sense.
This is a cooperative effort to fight back against the dangerous street racing and dangerous street takeovers by criminals who pose a significant threat to public safety.
And then you hear that guy. Again, they have bundled us all into this same category now. Street racing, street takeovers. Now, I'm not saying I'm sitting here and implicating and saying, yes, I am all about street racing. Anybody who says that they've never gassed their car is absolutely lying to you. I grew up around the scene. I've been a part of the scene. I took a vacation away from social media after leaving Mopar, mostly because of this. And I hate to be the guy to point that out, but most of these takeovers are committed by people in American muscle cars. Mopar, Camaros, like, dude, this is changing the car scene completely and no one is catching on to it yet. And I don't think anybody will catch on to it until people start getting in trouble. And there are a couple of very big names, especially in YouTube, locally, that if you don't learn how to hide everything, if you don't learn how to blur your videos, if you don't learn how to like stop showcasing landmarks, you're probably gonna go to jail. I'm not putting anybody's name out there. I ain't that kind of person. I have a code I live by. I don't cooperate. But at the end of the day, I'm here to give you a warning, and whether you take that warning or not, it's completely up to you.
We want to make it perfectly clear that we're coming after you. The light will be on at the jailhouse, and regardless of jail overcrowding, we'll always have room for them because they are a clear danger to the community.
They're not playing. You can kind of see the stress on all these people's faces. Like, he said that no matter what, street racing, takeovers, he sees you as a clear threat to the community. But he also said that they're gonna treat the jail like Motel 8 and they're gonna leave the light on for you. Anybody who knows anything about any of the scene out here, out there, wherever you are, a lot of street racing goes down late at night. And for those of you who aren't paying attention, the confiscated cars they're taking, pretty quick. Now, I'm not saying that they're gonna be pursuing absolutely everybody. I'm not saying that they're gonna be able to keep up. But no matter how fast you are, you ain't outrunning a radio. If they can get any kind of identifying marks on your vehicle, you're done, period. You can put as many quiet racing tags on your car and this, that, and the other, but at the end of the day, if an APB goes out on you, good luck. Look, at the end of the day, the whole point of this video is I want my fellow car enthusiasts to understand that now you're under a magnifying glass. Back in the day, people going out and racing, cash days, this, that, and the other, they knew that if they got in trouble, there's a night in jail, a fine, might lose your car for 30 days. It's not like that anymore come September 1st. Come September 1st, immediate jail. I mean, they're gonna confiscate any and everything, like equipment, trailers, trucks, and I think, honestly, we can thank all the takeover kids for this because they caused public disruption. A lot of street races would be out in the country away from everybody or on streets nobody was using. But these takeover kids are causing constant disruptions. They're killing people, they're shooting at each other, they're shooting fireworks at helicopters. It goes on and on and on. And now because of their actions, all of us are underneath a magnifying glass. The whole point of today was to give you that warning and hopefully you heed it, because if you don't, you're gonna get made an example of, unfortunately. To the officials that I'm sure will watch this video or somebody else send it to them, do me a favor and actually look at your legislation and try to do something to keep tracks open so people who enjoy their sports cars, who enjoy their drag builds, this, that, and the other, have somewhere to do that. Because if you keep killing them, if you keep taking the tracks out, all it's gonna do is keep spilling over into the streets and you're gonna make a problem worse. With that, guys, I know this isn't a very happy video. This is not how I wanted my day to start. However, I kind of felt like nobody was really saying anything about it. Nobody was kind of, you know, manning up and putting the word out there. Everybody just kind of wanted to let it mosey on by like nothing was gonna happen. So if you got any kind of value out of this video, shoot me a like, throw me a comment, tell me what you think of the new laws. I appreciate all y'all, and I hope you don't go to jail.